good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Film My Run on Zwift. My name is Stephen Cousins and we are broadcasting live on Facebook and on YouTube. While we're getting everything ready, it would be absolutely awesome if you could go and subscribe to the Film My Run YouTube channel and also the Zwift Live YouTube channel. You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/filmmyrun and also Twitter at filmmyrun, and the website is www.filmmyrun.com. It's very nearly time, so sit back, relax, don't forget to drop me a ride on and watch me do all the hard work. Hello, welcome along to the ZLDR No One Left Behind run. It is almost 5 o'clock here in the UK. 20 seconds to go till we start running. Hello Tina, hello Sebastian. I am capless. I think my cap has gone in the wash. So it's just hair. Just my hair today. Nothing I can do about that. I apologise if it offends you. I'm going to go at 9 kph. My legs are a little bit tight, but not too bad. It's an hour of running. We've got Kevin DeLuca leading us today because Michelle is not here. So Kevin is leading us out. I'm still not jealous. Not jealous at all that he is going to run the Olympic marathon this year. Carol Rushworth says, hello peeps. Apple TV has kicked me out, says Sebastian. Paul Hayward, hello. So let's just do a nice gentle one. Harold and Tina are right behind me. Will is just a bit further back as well. Hello, Will. Paul Deering is just up ahead. Seems to have stopped. Not moving. Why is Paul Deering not moving? So we're going to head into the arcade before we get out onto the streets of Neokyo. Come on, Seb. Sort it out. So I am not doing anything drastic this evening. Welcome along, by the way, if you didn't join us this morning. We've already been on once today. But it's good to have you with us this evening. Or this afternoon. Or if you're in the States, it's still morning in some places. In a lot of the places, in fact. I think just on the far east coast, it's just turned afternoon. No heart rate for Paul Hayward. My heart rate is 112 BPM. We'll have a nice gentle run. I don't want my heart rate to go anywhere near zone 3. So we're going to stay mostly in zone 1, hopefully. And dipping into zone 2. We can always talk about your Olympic marathon adventure coming up. I am still not jealous at all. Oh, Megan is with us as well. Jean-Luc is with us. Hello. It's the first time I've mentioned it, Paul. Hope you've had a nice day. It's been wet here. A little bit miserable. I've been inside all day editing videos, or a video. Went to London on Sunday and ran a 20-mile race. Wasn't bad. Quite enjoyed it. Kevin is focusing on the Nice half marathon at the moment, so he's not thinking about the Olympic marathon, he says. Four minutes gone. We're still in the arcade, as you can see. If you're new to Zwift, welcome to Zwift. This is Neokyo, so one of the many worlds that there are in Zwift. And Neokyo is a neon Tokyo. So it's always nighttime in Neokyo. There's always neon lights. And that's why it's called Neokyo. No, best not, Kevin. Kevin says, I won't talk about the rugby. Yeah. Over on the YouTube chat. If you're watching on YouTube, hello, good evening. Thank you for joining. Even if you're not running, perfectly okay. It's almost as good to be just watching and taking part in the chat over on YouTube. Sebastian has a question for Tina. So we're all on tenterhooks waiting to see what the question is. Haven't seen Sebastian make it into the run yet. Good evening, Jeff Partridge. Have you got the okay to do Tour de Gion yet from Anne? That's the big question. I'm not doing it. So both Jeff and I applied to do a big race in September called the Tour de Gion, which is 330 kilometres, just over 200 miles in the Swiss Alps. And neither of us got in the ballot. But then yesterday, we both received an email to say we have now been accepted and we can do it. But I've already made other plans now because I'm going to do a shorter race. So, the question remains, is Jeff Partridge going to take them up on their offer of a place at Tour de Gion in September? Jeff Partridge says he is still in discussions with his wife. That basically means she said no and he's still plugging away. That's man speak for you. He hasn't lost hope. My legs are a bit sore, I have to say. 20 miles on Sunday, and then an interval session last night on the track, outdoors, and then a climbing session this morning to film my Run 500 this morning. So my legs are feeling a little bit done in, so I'm glad it's just a slow, easy one today or this evening. Yes, apparently there was a Zwift meetup, a ZLDR Zwift meetup at Milton Keynes the other day. A very well-known British runner, not an elite runner, but somebody who's racked up a lot of marathons, called Steve Edwards. He is going to finish his marathon journey in Milton Keynes in May. He's doing his 1000th marathon. Milton Keynes, Bank Holiday Monday in May, he will be running the Milton Keynes Marathon. It will be his 1,000th marathon, and I think his final competitive marathon. I think he's retiring when he reaches 1,000 because his body is starting to suffer, and he's been having some injury problems recently, so I think he's going to give up once he reaches 1,000 marathons. I mean, there are plenty of runners who've done more than that. Plenty of runners who've done more than 1,000 marathons, but 1,000 is still a huge number. You think most people won't ever run a marathon, and then of the people that do run marathons, most people will only ever do one. You're doing very well if you get to 10 marathons, and anything over 10 is bordering on insanity. And then, of course, there's the 100 Marathon Club, which you can join if you manage to do 100 marathons. So well done to anyone who's done even one marathon. Ten minutes in, and we're cruising along comfortably in Zone 2. I don't want to go into Zone 3 today. I've got Seb, who's a late join because his Apple TV forgot his username and password. We've got Tina, we've got Paul Hayward, we've got Carol Rushworth. Contreras is there as well. Is that Sean Dye just up ahead? Let me have a look. Can't remember. You know what I'm like with names. Shane Dye. Not Sean Dye, Shane Dye. So Shane Dye's just up ahead as well. I ran a 20-mile race at the weekend, Kevin, in the rain. That makes it look, right, the way that's written, it makes it look as though the race was called Kevin in the Rain. No racing for me this weekend, though. Just looking forward to Brighton Marathon now and meeting up with lots of lovely Zwift runners. I did enjoy it, Kevin, yes. But it was hard work in the last 5k. I did enjoy it, but I slowed down a lot in the final 3 miles. So we're going at 9 kilometers per hour. So by the end of the hour, we will have done 9 kilometers. Funny how maths works like that. Tina says, I like that you just call me Tina as if everyone else knows me. Everyone does know you, Tina. I call Carol Carol as well, don't I? Maybe I said Carol Rushworth, I don't know. That's funny, the things we talk about. Sebastian's just telling Tina, I have a new electric log splitter. You heard that right, log splitter. I have a lot of logs to split, he says. You two are weird. Greg says he splits logs with a chainsaw. Anthony Anderson is on. Hello. Hope everybody had a good weekend. Thank you, Anthony. We did. Jonathan says even we don't call Carol Carol, only when she's in trouble. What do you call her then? Do you just say Rushworth? Oi, Rushworth. What do you call her? Carol says, I bought a mitre saw and I love it. What is going on here? I am not spending the hour talking about farming equipment and DIY tools. I refuse to spend this entire hour talking about farming equipment and DIY tools. Well, I refuse to spend this entire hour talking about farming equipment and DIY tools. Tina says, look, expand your interests, Stephen. Well, my wife is a farmer's daughter. I mean, I have enough of it at home anyway. Jonathan's... Right. Oh, my goodness. Jonathan needed permission from Carol to tell us all what Carol is known by in the Rushworth Cost household. Carol is called Rowley. Kevin says it's better if we talk about your new FMR secret channel. What secret channel? Greg says, I was thinking it was just better not to talk about pineapple on pizza. Greg, I hear you. Good shout. Oh yeah, pineapple rest day because Clive is not here. Paul Deering has a late join with tech issues. I'm waiting a little bit ahead of you all. Thank you for joining and letting us know, Paul. So yeah, it looked like Paul did have a technical at the beginning there. No logs to split behind me, no, Paul. Oh, hang on a minute. I was just about to say, what secret channel are you talking about? And then I've just realised what they are talking about. Anthony says pineapple on gammon. No. Just no, Anthony. You know what, Greg? I think you were right. We should probably stay with farming implements. I've got a brand new combine harvester. And I'll give you the key. That's showing my age, isn't it, eh? Steffi's on, hello. She says, I haven't spoken much so far. Hello, everyone. Hi, Steffi. Combine Harvester Demolition Derbies, where Greg grew up. I quite enjoy going to tractor pulling competitions. Anyone been to a tractor pull? Yes, it is, Sebastian. Sebastian says, is the new Combine Harvester called the Noble Pro 10i? Yes, it is. Jonathan says, yeah, Stephen doesn't have any logs, but a burgeoning bush of pampas grass in the background. You can't see that. It's hidden round the corner. Tina reckons now I'm just being silly. When have I been anything other, Tina? Anthony says that's saying a lot about your taste in music. I'm not saying I like the Wurzels, Anthony. We do not have any pampas grass in the back garden. It has to be on display in the front garden. Else, how would anyone know? Yeah, Tina, loads in the front garden. Tina will now explain to everyone what pampas grass is used for. Carol, exactly. Carol says it's in the front garden for everyone to see. Yes, precisely. Which begs the question, Carol, have you persuaded Jonathan to let you come on your own to Brighton? Greg says, pampas grass, can you smoke it? Well, probably. Well, maybe as a sharing option, Sebastian. Ellipsis. Jonathan says she's trying. Right, hang on a minute. Let me just read this correctly so I don't. Jonathan says I'm trying to make her come to Brighton on her own. I wasn't going to read that as you've written it, Jonathan. I would be in trouble. Carol says the double-decker buses are full as it passes your house. Plenty of room for you, Carol. Plenty of room. Tina is coming to Brighton with a friend. She says, we'll look after you. Come on, Carol. Come on. Oh, that was a genuine mistake, was it, Jonathan? I know you don't talk like that. Paul, are you not coming to Brighton? Or are you talking about during the 10k run? We've got a lot of chat going on in-game and a lot of chat going on YouTube that I'm trying to keep abreast of, as it were. Amy's coming to Brighton with her husband and 2 girls. She says, I'm just popping in to say hello. Husband is ill, so I'm taking the girls to football. Amy, have a good evening at the football. And we're so glad to see you. We'll be so glad to see you again in Brighton. Looking forward to seeing everyone in Brighton. It's going to be such good fun. If you can make it down, if you can make it down for Saturday morning, the day before the marathon, Saturday morning, we'll be running Park Run in Brighton. Saturday afternoon, we have an open house here in Shed Quarters for people to come and say hi and have drinks and see Shed Quarters. And then Saturday evening, we'll be eating out. And then Sunday morning, running the marathon or the 10K. So yeah, lots of chat going on. Yeah, Tina will be finished with Greg. She's just going to toss him aside when she's done with him. Greg is Tina's virtual coach, by the way, in case you didn't know. We're up to... we're nearly at 4K, not far off 4 kilometres now, so we're approaching halfway. 5 minutes to go to halfway. Amy will be travelling down at some point on Saturday. So if you make it to us Saturday afternoon, you're more than welcome to come to our house in Worthing. Open house on Saturday afternoon before the marathon. Before we eat out in the evening. So please do come and say hi. You're more than welcome. You can get in touch with us to find out our address if you're definitely coming. Carol says, I was supposed to be running the marathon on the treadmill with Andrew Cutmore. Andrew won't mind. Honestly, Carol, Andrew won't mind. Just get yourself on the train. Get yourself down here. Tina will look after you. Amy will be there. Debbie Colville will be there. Jeff Partridge says, is there room for my van outside yours overnight? That is a very good question. Possibly not. We find it difficult to get a space sometimes. If you can find a space, we can give you a parking permit for overnight. But yeah, if you arrive late in the evening, then it may well be that there are no spaces. Sometimes I have to park a couple of streets away if I get home late in the evening. If you get there in the afternoon, you may well be okay. Right, that's 4 kilometres done. 4 kilometres done for the 9 kph gang. Yay! Right, Carol, if you're really, really stuck, it's not the most salubrious, but we do have a loft room, and we can make it tidy for you. But there'll be plenty of Airbnb options or Premier Inns, things like that. Amy's got to go. See you tomorrow for marathon training. Yes, Amy. See you tomorrow for the interval session tomorrow at 6 p.m. UK time. The Brighton Marathon interval training session. It's our penultimate one. So we only have 2 more left. Jeff Partridge actually thought that we have a half-a-mile driveway leading up to our house. And Paul Deering says we have a statue. I have my own statue on the seafront. None of those things is true. Unfortunately, much as I wish it were, we do not have a half-mile driveway leading up to our house. we do not have a statue on the seafront. I mean, give it 5 years, maybe, who knows? Right, Jonathan now says she's high maintenance. Look, I'm married to Victoria. It's nothing. I can handle anything. I've been married to Victoria for how long? 13 years, 14, long enough. I can deal with anything. Please don't tell her I said that. Please, nobody talk to Victoria about that. Oh God, Paul Deering's now offering to pick Carol up in the car and drive her. Right, we're well over halfway now. No, we're not. We're just coming up to halfway. Apologies, I'm reading the clock the wrong way round. Anyway, we're halfway. Now, welcome to halfway, everybody. Half an hour to go. Sebastian says, Stephen, Sebastian is here. Victoria's left ear, yes. Oh, yeah, I am aware of that, Sebastian, but I'm counting on you as my friend. Wayne is just finished. Well done, Wayne. Good job, Wayne. Right, Carol's now claiming she's not as much of a high-maintenance lady as Colville is, Debbie Colville. Well, we'll be the judge of that once we've spent the weekend with you, Carol. We can decide who's most high maintenance. Carol Rushworth, Debbie Colville, or Victoria Cousins. We can have a vote on it by the end of the weekend. Oh yes, and we have to stop calling Carol Carol. We have to start calling her Roly. On the live stream, we have just discovered that Carol Rushworth is known as Roly. Jeff Partridge, I've just noticed. Do you know what? I didn't even see Jeff in the run. I thought he was sitting on his sofa as usual. Hello, Partridge. Oh, that's why, because he started late and he's going super quick. That's what's happened. I'm sure it is. No, it's not roly-poly, Jonathan. It's because she's called Carol. Roll. Isn't it? Nothing to do with weight or size. Late again, Partridge. Oh yeah, so Jeff Partridge is running. How's your injury? How's the injury, Jeff? How is your injury, Mr. Partridge? Question mark. Right, Carol feels all weird about me calling her Roly. Look, I will never, Carol, I promise you, I will never call you Roly, followed by the word holy, okay? Okay, Carol and Jonathan are now in their own little relationship conversation, which I am not getting involved in. Because in a minute, fists will be flying, if they are indeed in the same room. They're both on the sofa, sitting. Oh no, Carol's running, isn't she? Tina has finished running. Thank you, Tina. Well done, Tina. Thanks for joining. Good run. Jeff Partridge says, basically saying, was it something I said? Because the minute Jeff Partridge arrives, Tina Beard leaves. Did you forget to put deodorant on, Jeff? Yeah, Jeff Partridge forgot to put his deodorant on. That's what it is. Jonathan Cost says, well done, Tina, you part-timer. Listen, she'll have your guts for garters. She was out on the track this morning, Jonathan. Kevin now says, I understand the smell now. So well over 5k in, we're going to hit 9k by the end. 25 minutes to go, 24 minutes to go. There's the top-down view. You can see I'm running at 9 kph there and 0 elevation on the My Run treadmill. We spent this morning running on the Noble Pro 10i. If you are looking for a new treadmill, I am once again going to espouse the glories of Noble Pro treadmill running. Great value treadmills. You can get the 8.0, then you can go up to the 8i, and then if you really want to splash the cash and go for the big boy, the Noble Pro 10i has just been released. I've literally just got my hands on it, so testing it at the moment. It goes up to 16% incline, and it goes up to 22. In fact, I think you can hack it to 24 kilometers per hour if you can run that fast. I can't. Yeah, Tina says, a hard track session this morning, Jonathan, you cheeky lad. And Tina hasn't logged off yet. I think she's just walking. Tina says, I love Jeff. In big capital letters. I've just screenshotted that, Tina. I have just taken a screenshot of Tina saying, I love Jeff. Paul Hayward reckons somebody's just hacked into Tina's account, as does Jeff Partridge. Both Jeff and Paul had the same idea. Somebody's hacked into Tina's account. Kevin, you said you were not going to talk about the rugby. Lovely views over Neokyo from here. We're on the roads looking down over the city. Jeff Partridge doesn't believe that was Tina. He says, I love you too, Tina, if it really is you. Jonathan Cost. So as we know, Sebastian and Tina, we call them Sabina when they're together, running together. Jonathan Cost says, Jeff and Tina, we should just call them Gina. Oh, there's a nice helicopter view. It's quite warm in here. Mind you, it's only 16 degrees, but I feel quite hot. I might put the fan on, actually. Heart rate is 123, so comfortably zone 2. I was hoping to be a little bit more in zone 1, to be honest, but maybe I'm talking too much. Right, last kilometre for Kevin DeLuca. Are you going to nominate somebody to be in charge when you've gone, Kevin? No, not me. I'm voting for Sherry. Shot myself in the foot there, didn't I? Jonathan Cost says, so I did a live short broadcast from Kingston, on Sunday morning. Jonathan says, regarding your YouTube short, did you really think it was Kensington or was it sarcasm? It was neither of those, Jonathan. It was because it was early in the morning and brain had not engaged. This is exactly my thinking. Full stop. Sherry, it's all yours. Yeah, brain hadn't engaged at 7 o'clock in the morning, Jonathan. I knew exactly that I was in Kingston. See, I can't even do it now. I knew I was in Kingston upon Thames, but my brain just said Kensington, and I don't know why. But that's nothing compared to last night. Last night, I did an interval session on the track, and after the interval session, I decided to do another one of these shorts, which I know you hate, but the young people of my fans, the young guys, they love shorts. Shorts is the way forward for anyone under 20 who hasn't got an attention span of more than 60 seconds. So we have to do shorts. So I did a short, and I explained the interval session that we'd just done. And I said how far I ran, and then how long it took me to run that distance. So I was correct when I said I did 1 kilometre times 2. I did 4 minutes 10 seconds per kilometre. But then I jumped to 800 metres, and I said I did 800 metres in 80 seconds, and I did 400 metres in 40 seconds, which essentially are both world records. So I deleted. Once I realised, I uploaded it to YouTube, and once I realised, I deleted it. Do you want to do it, Sherry? I'm quite happy for Sherry to do the race report, the run report. Anthony, I'm not talking to you. See, I knew you were my favourite Zwifter. Oh, now I don't know if she's joking or not. Yeah, I deleted it, Sebastian. Oh, Tina says she saw it. You saw it before I deleted it. Unbelievable. I just... Brain not engaged. What's this about my sofa? Anthony, I did watch Liverpool, yes. I wasn't happy. Tina, I absolutely know I'll never catch you out. I tried to delete it as soon as I realised. If I'm totally honest, it was because somebody else messaged me to say, oh, so you ran a world record 800 metre time, did you? I said, oh, yeah. Why did the spring breakers miss their flights? Says Sherry. Think this is a joke coming up. By the way, thank you, Kevin, for leading. I don't know, Sherry. Why did the spring breakers miss their flights? Go on. Tell us. They had no spring in their step. That is terrible, Sherry. Right, we're just about to hit 7k with 2k to go. Two kilometres to go for the 9 kph gang. Take care, Pascal. Pascal is off. He's done. Well done, Pascal. See you soon. So heart rate still zone 2. So I think that's probably because of the last couple of days of effort. Heart rate is a bit high. But what you should find, if you do a hard effort, like the day after and a couple of days after, your heart rate might be a bit higher. But actually, over the next couple of weeks, because of that hard effort, your heart rate should start to come down lower. So I'm hoping that in a couple of weeks' time, my heart rate for a run like this at 9 kph for 1 hour, I'm hoping my heart rate will be much closer to zone 1. Gosh, look at that drop. It went right down to 100 BPM then. And of course, we've got Brighton Marathon in 2 weeks, so that's another good long run we're going to do. Keep up the interval sessions for the next 2 or 3 weeks as well. And I'm hoping that by London Marathon, I should be able to pull out a relatively decent time. For me. We'll see. It's not going to be anywhere near PB time, but it will be a decent enough effort, hopefully. Just a little bit more endurance training, a little bit more speed work, and we will definitely be getting there. If I fall off my treadmill, could somebody please pause my Garmin? Camilla says, my Garmin sent an SOS the other day when I was cleaning the house. Thought me shaking the rug was me falling over, apparently. I have had similar, Camilla, when I ran into something by accident. I banged my arm and it thought I'd had an emergency incident. I was perfectly okay. This is true, at least we know it works. Anthony says, have you figured out why you get these dips in heart rate? My HR strap does it as well. No, I haven't, but I was told it was nothing to worry about. Paul Deering told me a couple of years ago to go to the doctor and see a cardiologist about these dips. So I went to the doctor, they referred me to cardiology. Cardiology had me do a VO2 max test and wear a heart rate monitor overnight to check my heart rate and what it was doing. And basically they came back and said, your heart is perfectly okay. You've got nothing to worry about. All good. Obviously my heart rate electrocardiogram shows that I'm a runner, because it does have those little fluctuations that marathon runners and ultra runners have. It's unavoidable when you're a runner. And I once had an appointment with a cardiologist because my dad suffered a heart problem about 10, 15 years ago. So me and my two brothers, we had to go and see a cardiologist in case the heart problem was genetic. And of all three brothers, the cardiologist said he would rather have one of my other brother's hearts, because that was a basically standard normal heart with a normal rhythm, whereas one of my other brother's heart wasn't functioning quite as well. And my heart, although it was very fit, had these strange electrical changes that are classic for marathon runners, which in a worst case scenario and in very rare circumstances can cause you to have one of those dead stop hearts, which you just drop dead for no obvious reason. But that's very, very rare, and, you shouldn't get worried about that. Nick Dumbleton says, I'm afraid I'm undecided about Brighton at the moment. Training has been rubbish. Oh, tell me about it, Nick. So is mine. Then I fell over a bollard at Brighton Half and bashed myself. It's taking ages to heal. Also smashed my knee as well for good measure. Oh, Nick, really sorry to hear about that, Nick, but hopefully you can get back to it. Don't worry about Brighton. If you can come, great. If you can't, not to worry. We totally understand. Jonathan says, what's your target for Brighton? I'm having a target for London. For Brighton, I am pacing anyone who wants to do a 4-hour marathon. I will be pacing 4 hours. So anybody who's running Brighton Marathon and wants to do 4 hours, you can run with me and I will get you to 4 hours. London, I'd really like to try and do 3 hours 15 minutes. Whether I'm going to be fit enough for that, I don't know. But I'm going to give it a try, I think. Jonathan says, a heart attack is what killed my dad in 1973. Luckily, I have mine checked every 6 months for my flying medical. Yeah. So my dad is still alive, but he has a very poor heart rate throughput. About 10 or 15 years ago, he had an incident where he was just really short of breath, couldn't walk more than 10 meters without having to sit down, and so he was put on loads of tablets, and he's fine, but he can't do loads. He can't do very much really in terms of walking long distances or any exercise. So, but it's not genetic, thankfully, so I don't have to worry about that. And the last time I had my heart checked, I was told it was the heart of a young man, so I'm very pleased with that. He says, as he has a heart attack and falls off the treadmill. No, I'm fine. Right, look, we've only got 3.5 minutes left and we're done. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching. It's been a good chat. Some nice comedy, some serious stuff. 500 metres left to run. Thanks for this today, everyone. It's been a good chat in-game and on the live stream. Carol says you should run 10k. I'm sticking at 9. I'm sticking at 9k, Carol. You should go on to 10k because you need to train for Brighton. You are such a lovely lot. We may well come again next week. Thank you, Anthony. Says good stream as always. So Carol is going on to do 10k to quench her OCD. Just don't tell Kevin or Michelle that I said that. You know what they're like. Thanks, Jeff. 1 minute to go. And we're coming to the end of our ZLDR No One Left Behind run. I thought I'd pass the run report on to Sherry. Okay, I'll try. Yeah, have a great rest of your day, everyone. Thank you for joining. Well done if you ran. 20 seconds to go. And we're going to hit 9k. Carol is going on to 10k. I'm not reading out what Paul Hayward said. He's so rude. So rude. Poor Carol. Poor Rowley. There we are. Right, we're done here. Enjoyed that. That was good fun. Thank you very much, everybody. 9k done of the ZLDR No One Left Behind run. We may well pop in again to do that next week because we always have a good time. Always nice chat. But tomorrow is the big one. Tomorrow, important day. We have 2 more interval sessions left in training for the Brighton Marathon. So if you're doing the Brighton Marathon, or in fact if you're doing any spring marathon, then come and join us tomorrow, 6 p.m. UK time, for the Brighton Marathon interval session. We will be there from 6 p.m. and we are doing... Oh, let's just check what we're doing. Let's just check the session. Because it's bound to be awful, isn't it? It's bound to be a really horrible, hard, tough session. What have we got? 90 seconds on, 90 seconds off by the looks of things. So it's only a half-hour session. Half an hour session. And it's 90 seconds on, 90 seconds off. 90 seconds hard running, 90 seconds recovery. So that's what we're doing tomorrow. And it'll be over in half an hour. So not far, not long at all. So come and do that. Come and work hard. Get your heart rate high. Get some speed in your legs. Turn over those legs nice and quickly. And come and do the Brighton Marathon interval training session with us tomorrow. Tina says, thanks, all, see you tomorrow. Carol says, cheeky chops Hayward. Jonathan, always fun banter with our gang. Hugh Pinner did 13 kilometres in 1 hour. Very good, Hugh. Well done. So we're all done here. Take care, everyone. Have a good rest of your day, and we'll see you tomorrow for the interval session. Bye-bye.